So here is you trying to implement, a major idea into the world, trying to bring something forth, trying to foster something, and also feeling a little bit uninspired in your current geographical location, feeling like you want to get away and feeling as if you just want to escape to a place that's not so densely populated. I do feel a lot of you are overall dealing with this sense of like needing your own space, not having your own space, needing a place of safety and not being able to achieve that. So either because of financial issues, but I feel like financial issues are alleviating, but I feel like this is a past thing that's coming in an emotional way to really unsettle you. And I feel that in your current situation right now, a lot of you are not feeling as if you belong, or a lot of you are not feeling as if you can continue to stay here. So a lot of you are thinking about, moving somewhere where the cost of living, for example, might not be too expensive, where you can purchase a property, where you can start your life over. And I do feel a lot of you might be retired as well, wanting to think about the next adventure in your life, having a lot of plans and a lot of just creative, endeavors, things that you want to do, but not really knowing, where you want to go and where you should settle down and where you can purchase that property. So I feel like some major planning for the next phase of your life is you're seriously thinking about it. Where you are right now, financially, things are really good. So that means, stable employment. That also means doing some work that is, I feel like it's erring on the practical front. So work that is practical comes up as, banking, financing, even I feel like accounting. So work related to this sector, and a lot of you have experience. You've done good. You made good strides, made good progress in this endeavor itself, and a lot of you are in a position where you do have a lot of financial abundance. Your job that you're at right now, the environment that you're at, you're not really happy for whatever reason, and I feel a lot of it is you're staying mainly because of the financial stability. Okay, and so you're kind of reaching out. You want something more in your life. And for many of you, I feel that you might be communicating with like a family member or a love interest from a distance. And I feel like while you are physically here, your head is missing the other person. Emotionally, you want to escape. You want to be where the other person is. So I do feel some type of a long distance love relationship coming through, and because of the constraints at work for the both of you, you might not have the opportunity to travel to see each other on a regular basis. Okay, and then others of you might be far away from your home. You might have to relocate, resettle in a different place because of the financial stability, and you might take the weekly trip to come back home to see family. And I feel like it's starting to wear on you. Like it's starting emotionally. It's no longer fulfilling. The work itself, it's mundane and it's no longer fulfilling. The lifestyle itself is no longer fulfilling. And so I do feel reassessing your work environment and reassessing, where your skills lie and figuring out if this is something worth doing anymore. Okay. So restructuring, I feel, is really in the works. I'm sensing a lot of you are handling a major, massive project. And it comes up here with the Three of Wands. This is a card about, waiting for your ship to come in. But I feel coupled with this Three of Pentacles here, this is a major endeavor that you are undertaking. And it requires cooperation, signatures. It's like a very hierarchical type of a structure where you need, the okay from the top person, and you need it to trickle down. You need it to filter into from the upper echelon into the bottom in order for things to move along. So it's really frustrating having to wait. It's really frustrating because people are debating. There's some type of a miscommunication, misunderstanding. People are not on board with the same ideas. People have differing objectives overall. So the environment itself, it seems like there isn't a lot of collaboration. And because there's a lot of, dissident and infighting, the projects might be stalled altogether, or the project might have to be restructured altogether. And so while all of this is happening, I feel like some of you are getting frustrated, and some of you are just like, I just want to, start things already. So that's what I feel is happening here. And I do feel for some of you, it could be like a work project or like a major contract. And then others, I feel like you want to sell your house, you want to sell your property. You have to deal with some contractors, appraisers, and people giving you, they're telling you that, yes, while you think your house is worth this much, like a big pentacles, while you think that's the case, there needs to be a lot of massive repairs in order for you to sell the house based on what you believe the value is. And so they're giving you advice, and they're giving you, some type of feedback. And it might not be something that you want to hear, mainly because you are fixated on having this very specific outcome. So be very, very open and receptive to feedback, especially from experts, especially from specialists, and feedback from the people that are dear to you, because I feel like you're reaching out. You're reaching out wanting to, run ideas by other people, and they're telling you like, no, it's not feasible. It's not really realistic. And you're just like, but this person is on board, and so I feel like many of you have to propose an idea to somebody who is quite critical, who has done this before. And I feel that they're telling you things that you might not want to hear, so that you can redo the proposal. Okay. And you might not be open and ready to hear the message that they have to say. It doesn't mean a no. It doesn't mean no, that's whack. That's not going to work. It's basically telling you to, really think about filtering this through more of a business mindset. Okay. Think about what people are hoping to achieve. Think about objectives. Think about motives. Think about, possible outcomes, as well as coming up with a contingency plan in case this doesn't come out the way that we want. So the whole process, I feel, can be a little bit frustrating, because I feel like there's a lot of delays. There's a lot of redoing. And while you just want to get out of there, it seems like things are at a standstill. Okay. This situation is going to lift your financial situation. I'm really glad to see, Pisces, that it's getting a lot better. And I also feel as well, the love situation, relationships, family, support from, the people around you. I feel that you're no longer in a space of financial discomfort. You're no longer in a space of feeling emotional lack. I do sense some of you are, I feel like some of you have left bad relationships behind. And so this is a month greatly about new love, new potential, okay? New potential in love, in new projects, but it's a very delicate balance being, between adamantly pursuing what we want, and being a little bit more being a little bit too single-minded and too narrow-minded about what we want, what we think we want, when in fact the things that we can work at, the things that we should revise, the thing that we should redo might give us a better outcome. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you guys. It's a little bit of a mixed message, I feel, mainly because I feel like some of you are just waiting to get together a plan. And then I feel others of you are facing like, restructuring or redrawing that plan. So it's two groups, I feel, two separate groups that I'm dealing with here. Okay, so I'm going to go into your love reading and see what's in store for you guys. Let me talk about the present situation. If the present situation seems accurate to you, then continue watching the rest. But I feel like this message is very specific here. So we have here the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords basically means, sailing from a troublesome situation and moving forward. And we also have here the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands basically means news communication. And this is something that happens quite fast. It is something that gets you very motivated and very excited. Okay, so I'm feeling that some of you are getting news and communication, and I do sense as well. This can be somebody coming to see you, and or you making a trip, traveling to see another person. And because this is a love reading, I have here an element of something that is quite exciting, or dealing with somebody who's very, very exciting, enthusiastic, truthful, and honest as well. Some of you could be involved here with a fire sign, so a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. Somebody that is sending you, messages of love, and messages like just solid, honest, stable, and, very straightforward communication. They might behave in a way where they're kind of blunt, so they don't really sugarcoat things, and they're very fast. So I feel like if you're involved with this person, the relationship has been, it's like accelerated. It feels to me everything is happening really fast, and it feels to me as if, it's they have a lot of plans, a lot of ideas, and things might be shuffled or, bunched up together at the very last minute. So it's like on a moment's notice, you might be traveling here and there with them. So I feel like they're generally very exciting, good person, honest, but I feel like the relationship seems very rushed and very just fast. And so because you are a water sign, I feel that you are excited about this relationship, but I feel like it might be in your best interest, just for your emotional well-being, to slow things down. And especially, if they are planning things at the very last minute, you might want to let them know that, give me 5 days of a heads up. Give me a week, give me 2 weeks to plan. Don't spring things up on me at the last minute. Okay. I feel like some of you, while it is exciting, I feel like some of you are a little bit frazzled or a little bit burnt out. Okay. In the past, what we have here is the hangman, and the hangman basically indicates a period where we're not really dating, where we're not really out connecting with other people, where we're not like really meeting people that we like. So this is kind of like, waiting in suspension for things to happen, waiting for people to come in rather than you reaching out to other people. So I feel like a lot of you are very shy about, putting yourself out there, letting people know that you're looking for a date, letting people know that you're interested in them, as well as, putting yourself out on even like online, like on online website, dating websites, for example. So I feel like there's a lot here about, cutting yourself loose and getting out there to date. And this card, coupled with the Seven of Cups, this is my traditional, internet dating type of card. This is looking at the other options that's available for us and really thinking about who we want to be with, and who is the best fit for us. So I honestly feel some of you are talking to people, but you're not moving things along, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like in the past, you are definitely online, you're definitely connecting with a lot of new people, and you're kind of like fantasizing. You like the idea, the fantasy of communicating with somebody from a distance, but when it comes to having to meet up, I feel that you get like you get shy. And so there's going to be news and a new exciting person coming into the picture for those of you, that's happening too. And I feel like it's really going to change your mind. Okay. Let me talk about the foundation. And I feel that we have a lot of singles here. We have the Fool. The Fool is beginning on a new journey, scrapping the past, unloading your baggage associated with, past bad relationships, and really wanting to restart, jumpstart, and start all over again your love life. So I feel like a lot of you are coming into this, this month as a single person. We have as well the Two of Swords, and this Two of Swords is a card about a stalemate. This is a card about indecisiveness and really not making a move. So on the one hand, you want to move ahead, but on the other hand, you're not really sure if you have a clear strategy, because of course, you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to fall off a ravine or fall in love and, get hurt again. So I feel like you're coming to it with a little bit more of a strategy. And so a lot of you, which this is really good, and I'd love to see this for Pisces, you're coming into this month by being very I want to say like very detached, taking a little bit of a step back and having very strong criteria for people. So I feel many of you are not easily taken in by, if you're talking to people, you want somebody with substance. You want somebody that can, that knows how to start a conversation. And you want somebody that is, that takes initiative to plan things. And so if you're dating, like online, for example, and they just say like, hi, how are you doing? I don't feel that you're going to respond. If somebody tells you, hey, can we meet up for coffee? And if they take the initiative to plan things, if they take the initiative to really, not take you for granted, I feel like those are the people that are really going to capture your attention. So I'm really glad to see this for you, because I feel that a lot of the times, our emotional responses get the most of us. And if we see somebody that actually looks really attractive or behaves a certain way, or we're like emotionally drawn to them, but in reality, they might not be the right person. So I feel like you're coming into this month with a lot more strategy about, what you want to do and the types of people that you're looking for. You want somebody who is a little bit more dynamic, robust, honest, fun, is a planner, and takes initiative. Okay, so that's really important. Crowning this reading is something that you're thinking about. I have here the Hierophant, which is you want a relationship. You want something that is stable, that is solid. And you want, the traditional, like dating for a few months, taking the relationship seriously for a few months, getting engaged, meeting each other's families, getting married. You want the whole 9 yards. And I feel like you want a more traditional type of a relationship, okay? It's also linked up here with the Three of Pentacles, which basically means two people or three people. In this deck, it's more like, coming together. So coming together in a way that is very solid and very practical. So both of these cards indicate to me that you want somebody who is your equal. So I feel like a lot of you are professional people. Watching this, especially, I feel like you're professional people. And in the past, I honestly feel that you might have dated people that were not very financially stable, and then you start to realize that that wasn't going to work out. Now, money, it's a very small part of the equation, but financial stability is something that basically indicates whether or not somebody is at a point in their lives that they're ready to build a future with you. So I feel like you might have had somebody in the past that that gave you a pipe dream. They might have you might have loved them, and they wove like a web, and it's like making promises that they couldn't keep because financially they're not where they need it to be. And so I feel like you're being smarter about this and making decisions based on practicalities. Where are we 3 years from now? Are we going to be able to purchase a house? Are we going to be together? Are we going to be in the same state, in the same city? So I feel a lot of you want the whole 9 yards. You want that stability in a relationship. And I also feel that for those who are in a relationship right now, there's a lot of stability that I'm sensing. And I feel that you and your partner might be making some type of a legal contract, like buying a property, taking the relationship to the next level, getting married, getting engaged, meeting each other's parents, for example. So there's a lot of momentum happening for you all this month in the relationship sector. So what we have in the outcome position here, the Four of Cups, this is a card about going within, and especially really thinking about, what are our options? How are each options going to pan out? And what do we need to know? Like best case scenarios, worst case scenarios with each option. And I feel that you are dealing here with somebody that potentially is a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of chemistry. But I do feel, once again, I guess like the compatibility aspect of it needs a little bit of work, okay? One person wants to push more for like family integration. So you might be dating somebody and they're just like, oh, do you want to meet my family? And I feel like you're getting cold feet. Or likewise, You want them to meet your family and they're getting cold feet. So I do feel some element here associated with that. But for others, strong potential here to meet new, exciting people. You need to take that step, okay? I feel like you've taken the step, but you're not meeting them in person. And so there's going to be news and communication to allow the relationship to go to the next level. And then stable, coupled people, the relationship coming to the next level, okay? For singles, I honestly feel this is a really good month for you to date because you're going to meet really smart people that have a lot to offer, and the conversation is going to flow smoothly. You're going to meet people who are a little bit more serious about relationships. So they want the same things that you want, if this is something that you want. And then I feel as well with this Four of Wands, this is the marriage card. So there's going to be kind of like people coming together. Okay, so it's a really good month overall, I would say, for dating, okay, and for relationships being taken to the next level.